Oh, I'm depressed. One of the things I hate most of all is wasting time and like my days off and wasting them. And I think that's been a lot of that today, because I started off with trying to find 3 new drawings, and it's really bad at the moment because I can't think of any new ideas of things to draw, and I can't do anything else. That's what I do. That's my purpose. So, that's what I have to do. And so I found 3. It wasn't too bad trying to find those, and I did The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith, and I started researching that and getting that ready. And then I did Jay-Z, who apparently is someone big, so I decided to draw him as well. And then the third one, which I'm working on at the moment. And I spent like 2 hours doing this Will Smith one, and it failed. And that kills me when these drawings fail, because it just makes me think, oh God, another one that's wasting all these resources. Oh. And it failed because it was too dark. The skin tone was just so dark and it wouldn't work. And it was one of those drawings where you'd have to put it in the warm closet, make it dry for a bit, and then go back to it, and I just wasted time. And the Jay-Z one failed for the same reason. It's too dark, and it just annoys me. And at the moment, what's really making me depressed is that I just don't want to be me anymore, because me is just so bad. You think of Grant and you just think, oh, what a catastrophe it is. GMAC, this catastrophe. Because what am I, in truth? I don't have much confidence. I'm shy, and I think when people meet me, it's just like they see this shy character who's just so shy he can't barely talk, and and I think they just think, oh, here's this nice guy, this nice little Grant who obeys all the rules and does everything right. But that isn't. I mean, that's kind of me in when I'm with people. But here, when I'm in the house, I'm completely different. I'm singing. I'm just talking to myself a lot, which is a bit weird. But and I'm just like my own little person, a crazy little person. And there's a lot more to me than people see, I think. I think if I was really confident, people would see that more. And I think I'm more funny when I'm just on my own, really. Or maybe with customers, I'm a bit more funny. But, with a lot of people, I'm just too shy. A lot of the time when people are talking to me, there is a lot of anxiety in me, and there's a lot of, great big lump inside me, like, oh my God, this is hard to deal with, because, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, But also, what was making me depressed at the moment is I just fail at everything. And people will say to me immediately, as soon as I say, oh, I fail at everything, I'm a failure, that I'm not a failure. But there's substantial evidence that I'm a failure, I mean, I do fail at everything, When I was doing that computer course many, many, many years ago, I was the lowest in the class. And I could never pass that CompTIA A+, could I? No, because I'm a failure. And then, when I was doing that gardening, I was the lowest in that course as well, because I'm a failure. So there's the evidence. It makes me sad that everything I do, I fail at. Nearly everything, practically everything I do, I will fail at. Maybe it's because I'm thick, which is another sad point. I have on occasions tried to educate myself better by, learning new things, but it don't stick. I'm stupid. Haven't got much of a brain, haven't got much of a confidence. I'm just not much good. And it makes me depressed, because I think there is potential there. There's potential to be better, to be someone who people go, oh, I can't wait to see him. It's such a joy to go and see him. I'd like to be one of those people. And from a perspective of now, looking back on it, I could have done so much better with my life. I could have put the effort in to make friends at school and become someone like the people would have not been overly excited, but they would have gone, oh, I like Grant, he's a good guy. And of course today my love's gone back to Scotland again, so that's of course depressing. But I think I'm getting used to that. It's not always, it's getting less and less of a problem now because I just get used to it. You know, it's such a common thing now for me to run this house, this flat, on my own with just Annabelle. So I think it's just becoming the norm now. The bottom line is I just don't want to be Grant anymore. I really don't. If there was a way where I could change it and make myself a confident person, then that would be wonderful. I've tried, you know, using special hypnosis sort of sounds where you go into a sort of trance-like state and then try and trick your subconscious mind into believing you're confident. But, yeah, there's not much joy here really. And when those sort of feelings, suicidal feelings, come about and you think, you know, how would you do it? I think there'd be so much to do before I die, to put right, you know, to make sure everything was right before I go. And when you think things like that, and I have thought quite recently, you know, quite close to thinking, alright, let's do it, let's get it done. But then there are so many complications. So many complications. Which therefore trap you on this earth. Questions, you know. I mean, if you commit suicide, do you go to heaven? I know how I do it. Oh yes, I know how. But then you think, will it work? And if it doesn't work, what do you do? Oh, it's a sad life, a sad, sad life. People will say to me, you know, are you alright? You know, are you actually alright? You know, and I'll say, yes I am. And put on that brave face and just sort of lie, I suppose. But I suppose I don't really want people to fuss, which is a bit silly really because I'm making this video. But I think talking about it on camera, that's good for me. Gets it all out, you know. But of course there are happy things to think about. I mean, last week when I was ill and I was sick and I had those migraines, one of the things that was on my mind a lot was that I can't enjoy life. There's a barrier because of this sickness that's stopping me from enjoying life. So there are moments when I think, yeah, you know, life's great, let's live it, you know. But I mean, recently I have been feeling quite sad. Of course, there is the wedding to look forward to, but I always think people shouldn't get so excited about it because it might not happen at all. It could just be talk. But granted, it does seem more likely that we are going to do it this year, so that's something to look forward to. And I think it's something to look forward to because out of all the people in this whole world, Les is the only person who can really get me. And, you know, would he have stuck by me 4 years? And would we still be here 4 years later if he couldn't tolerate me and be able to live with me and with all my mad, nutty, crazy shit? You know, would he still be here? I mean, I think Les just gets me, and that's why I miss him so much when he goes away, because he is my friend. He's my best friend.